A gyre is a circulation of water in the ocean caused by the Coriolis effect. This natural phenomenon occurs as a result of the Earth's rotation. The rotation rate of the Earth is slightly greater at the equator than at the poles. This causes changes in particle paths as they travel across the Earth. As an air mass moves north from the equator, its course is deflected slightly to the right. The opposite happens when the air mass moves south and the particle is deflected to the left. As the air mass travels further from the equator in either direction, the effect increases the deflection. Gyres in the northern hemisphere rotate clockwise, and in the southern hemisphere rotate counterclockwise, as a result of the differing Coriolis effect directions. There are 5 major gyres that are in circulation today. One of these gyres is the North Atlantic Gyre. The southernmost part of this gyre is located parallel to the equator, and the northernmost part goes almost all the way up to Iceland. This gyre consists of many different currents. The northern current is called the North Atlantic Current, and is the most powerful current in the world. It starts off on the coast of North America, and part of it continues northward, and brings warm water all the way from the Gulf Stream over towards Europe. This is part of the reason the western coast of Europe can become foggy and cloudy. The other part of this current turns into the Canary Current, which continues into the clockwise rotation of this gyre, and it runs down the western coast of Africa. Once the Canary Current gets between 10 and 20 degrees north latitude, it turns into the North Equatorial Current. This current moves warm water from the tropics at the coast of Africa across the oceans over towards the southernmost part of North America. This current and gyre movement is responsible for the hurricanes that we experience here in the southeastern United States. Once the warm water gets to North America from this current, it then becomes a part of the Gulf Stream, which connects to the North Atlantic Current and completes the cycle of this gyre. On the other side of North America is the North Pacific Gyre. It is formed by 4 major currents: the Californian Current, the North Equatorial Current, the Kuroshio Current, and the North Pacific Current. These currents form the gyre's clockwise motion similar to the North Atlantic Gyre. Additionally, winds create Ekman's transport. This catches material and brings it to the center of the gyre. The center of the gyre is much calmer. As tiny microplastics and litter get caught in the North Pacific Gyre, they are forced into the center. The debris is trapped in the center of the gyre. Since a majority of the waste is not biodegradable, it continues to break into smaller and smaller pieces to balls from 1 to 5 millimeters in diameter. All the waste collects into the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is almost 20 million square kilometers in size. This is a great example of how the Earth's systems can amplify waste issues, so make sure to recycle those plastic water bottles.